Okay. Happy morning, friends, and a beautiful Sunday morning. Let's get on to another journey, meditating in a group on a very, very wonderful topic, which I really, really love now, that is oneness. When we talk of oneness, we talk of, understanding that all of us are a part of one bigger, higher consciousness. Okay. So even if you don't understand any of the deeper spiritual concepts, chakras and nadis and all that, it's not really required. That's only a matter of interest. Things are happening on an autopilot mode. The minute we understand that we are all one. So that is the major crux of the entire spirituality. So the very, very basic principle of oneness is you are a part of something great. Once we understand that we are all connected in a way, we have not fully appreciated this because we understand that we are just a person who was born on one particular day, lives certain number of years, and then dies. So if we see ourselves in that limited window, we really don't understand what I was before that and where am I going to be after that. Your body, where does it really come from? I will say, a sperm and an ova united, that's the mechanics. But the very physical elements of our body, if I look at my hands or your legs, your arms, we know muscles, bones, where has all this come from? And we realize that we really haven't understood much. There's so much more to understand. Okay, to make it simpler, let me just compare a person who's alive and a person who has died. What has changed? What was in that person who was alive is not there in the person who is not alive. They have the same heart, the same blood, all the organs are still there, the skin and the muscles. But as soon as your body was created, what was put inside you which made you alive? So that is the aliveness, which we call the spirit or the divine light. If you want to be a little religious, call it a life force, call it prana. It is inside all of us. Now, we have to now understand that this life force, which was put into our body, has been put into every other body too. Every other body, not only humans, anything which has been created, from insects to birds, to plants, to trees, other animals, everything which is alive has a life force or a life energy which keeps it alive. Perfect. Now, with our minds, we are unable to calculate or understand what that thing is. But yes, right now, I am alive, you are alive, there is a force inside me, the same force is inside you. Now, so many spiritual traditions say that this thing which is inside us, that aliveness which is inside us, is worthy of our attention. We need to spend some time with it and connect with it. It's not going to be there always. It's not going to be connected with this body all the time. Now, at a time, this body was just a small group of cells, and this something which is alive comes into it, and we were formed. So if there is an aliveness, a spirit that enters our body in the making, stays in the body for a while, and then eventually leaves, then you are actually that aliveness and not this body. Make sense? So at some point, this body is going to go. So why do we spend so much of time, our entire life, concentrating only on the body? We spend all our energy only on this physical body, which is temporary. We have read this in Bhagavad Gita too. The entire second chapter, Krishna tries to explain to Arjun that this body is not permanent. What is inside the body is permanent. Something just enters and then leaves, is visible for some time in the physical body. Like in the prism, a ray of light comes in, invisible, goes through the prism, breaks into a spectrum of 7 colors, leaves, again invisible. But yes, the angle changes, meaning when whatever leaves the body has to progress than what it was when it entered. It is different. So we can take it that way too. So now, I'm not going to spend too much time here because we are going to talk on this oneness week after week. So this spirit is older than time. It has always been there. It has not been created. We just don't know because we don't remember anything prior to our birth, unless we go into regression. So spending this entire human life concentrating only on the human body or only on the worldly interactions, we are missing something. We are missing an opportunity to find out more and connect with that speck which is inside us. Most of us spend our time feeling that our life is a little bit empty. That's because we are actually the spirit and we are finding happiness elsewhere. Yeah. We deserve happiness. We know that, but we are looking in the wrong places trying to find that happiness. So now we need to go within and find that connectedness, which is a part of the entire universe. So when you connect with this spirit, we will understand that we are much more than this body. The body is right here, but the spirit is connected with that larger network of spirits, which is a part of this whole gigantic being, the spirit, universal force, whatever we call it. So when we begin to understand this, that we are not just this body, we are a part of that bigger spirit. This is called oneness or non-duality. The idea that we are not a separate identity. We are not separate from you and we are not separate from each other. And we are a life force which is connected. So when we connect with that life force through our meditation, it is fundamentally at peace, which is its real nature. It does not have a beginning. It doesn't have a middle. It does not have an end. It is beyond time. It is always there. Whether our body stays there or not, the life force is going to stay. So the things we are filling up our time with, we are trying to get happiness from, those things are always going to be temporary. So when we connect with temporary things, we experience only temporary happiness. So the spiritual wisdom says, go and find something which is permanent, which is inside each and every one of us. So anyone has any comment on this? Or we can just go ahead with our meditation. So whatever I have said just now of non-duality and, oneness, it has been said in even all our religions. If we try to, if we still need more, evidences, this duality came up much later. We have been brought up with duality in any form, in the sense like If I say, just a second. If I say, when we were children, we were told that I am here and the whole world is there, right? And I have to learn to live in this world. I have to go into competition. I have to come first. I have to study, get the better job. So I was always in competition. So there were two identities, me and everybody else. Then as we grew up, we became a little more mature. We started connecting. We started living in a bubble called me, separated. And then the concept of the universe came in, but we thought that universe is nothing but rocks floating in space. Okay? It's only me who's in control here. That's what we thought. Then, depending on the families, depending on the religion where we have been born, we were told by our parents that there is a higher identity, which is above there, the Mr. God. And we have to get up prayer, right? But we have to be scared of him, because if we do something wrong, he will punish us. And if we do something good, we will be rewarded. The big spirit will get angry if I do something wrong, or there are going to be other consequences. With this fear, we were brought up. Unfortunately, we are continuing with the same way. It was not our parents' fault. They were told the same. Now with our children, why I'm bringing up this topic? Because I'm dealing with children of the age group from 3 till 18. So now when the children are growing up, they have access to the net. They have, let me check the time. Okay, just 5 more minutes I'll take. They have access to the net. They have access to all the world's information. They have started asking questions. They have started asking for proof. Now, they know very clearly that there are two groups of people in this world: the atheist, who do not believe in this higher power, and those who believe in it and who are scared of it. Now, understand a child's mind. The minute he is controlled by something, and if he does something wrong, he has to be very, very cautious, because somebody is stalking him all the time. He's bugged. Wherever he goes, the God will know. And he has that pressure. He says the guys who don't believe in him are happier because they just do whatever they want to do. This is the child's mind. So slowly, slowly, he's losing faith in that higher mind. He does not want to be connected there because he thinks it's better off not to be stalked like this. So that makes me wonder, is there another way? Is there another way in which we can explain to our children that we are a part of a bigger spirit? Apart from the sky daddy who's there, because we have been scaring our children with the picture of God ki Bhagwan punish karenge, right? Hame bhi aise hi kaha jata tha. I was in a Jat Sikh family, Babaji dekh rahe and Babaji is going to get angry if you do something wrong. Now, we cannot pass the same ideology to our children because they have their own mind and they're in a world where they are information overloaded. So now we have to look for another way. And that another way is explaining them the concept of oneness. And my dear friends, this concept of oneness is nothing new. In fact, it is very, very dynastic, hierarchical, and coming down from all the basic tribes all over the world. Do I make sense? Let's talk of the Greeks. Any basic tribes, they all believe that there is a power and we are extensions of that power, and it is everywhere in nature. In the beginning, the gods were all nature gods. So it is everywhere in nature. It's in the tree, it's in the river, it is in the air, everywhere. But is it same for all? Are Hindus different from the Christians? Are Christians different from the Sikhs? Now, what we have done is, we'll continue this concept next week. What we have done is, I'm just highlighting the problem. Then we'll discuss next week how to go about it. Now, for us, God is some kind of a father figure, all of us, Christians, Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, who looks like a man. Then I wonder, has God created humans looking like him? Or have we created him looking like us? Give it a thought. Let's give it a thought. Did God create human beings exactly like him? Or did we create that image exactly like us? Only, okay, I'm not showing you any slides today. I had just created a few more slides where I had picked up a few verses from each and every scripture, from Bhagavad Gita, from the Bible, from Guru Granth Sahib, which all meant the same, and that is oneness. So let's hold our thoughts here and get into meditation. Maybe we get our answers there. So everyone, now let's settle down. Go ahead in our meditation with this question in our mind. Which one of these three ideologies should we now go with? I'm here against the entire world. There is no God, the atheist. Or the second, I'm here. The God is a superpower far away, which looks like a man, according to our religion. And we have to be scared of him. If we do something wrong, we will be punished. If we do something good, we will be rewarded. But he's far away. That's why very easily we do something wrong, because we take the benefit of doubt. Oh, he's so far away. Maybe he's overlooked this. But the third, when I come to the oneness, if we go with this, that we are just a part of that bigger, higher conscious, it is life. We just change the term, as I always say. Let's call it the universe, or even more simpler, life. Life is in me, life is in you. So it is everywhere. So obviously, when you are life, you are a part of that higher consciousness. You obviously cannot escape, because you are responsible yourself for what you're doing. Okay, so let's get into meditation. We'll need some time to think on this, ruminate on this for the entire week. Next week, we'll continue from here. So my dear friends, with your specs removed, fingers into fingers, feet crossed, and eyes closed, let's begin this journey within, trying to find answers to all these questions. Just take 2-3 long breaths. A long breath in. And as you breathe out, just leave your body loose. Relax. Another long breath in. And as you breathe out, let us just relax our bodies. Another long breath in. And breathe out. Trying to relax our body. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice how your breath feels as you breathe in and breathe out. Listen to the sound of your breath as it goes in and goes out. Use this time, my dear friends, use this time as an opportunity to allow yourself to let go. Give yourself a moment to relax. Allow yourself to let go. Let go of all the things you need to do during the day today. Let go of all your concerns and give yourself a moment to relax each time you breathe in and breathe out. Give yourself an opportunity to find peace and tranquility and quiet in your busy day. Each time you breathe out, allow all the tension from your body to be released. Any tension in your shoulders, any tension on your forehead. Notice any tense part of your body and allow it to relax and soften with each breath out. In the beginning, we are not trying to achieve anything. like lying down in the warm sunshine on a beach. When we lie down on the beach, we are not trying to achieve anything. We are just trying to unwind and we enjoy the present moment. Let go of any expectations, any ideas of what you think meditation should be. Let all that go and be in a state where you are just noticing what is going on at this moment. You feel what you feel. You are what you are. No ideas, no concepts, just presence in this beautiful moment. Because, my dear friends, life is present only in this moment. No future, no past, just this moment now. No desires, no regrets, just peace, stillness, tranquility. Be with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And just be with your breath. Be aware that this body that you live in has been gifted to you by nature. It is not yours. It is not something you have created. It is simply something which is on loan to you, something that you borrow. Inhabit for a while and then leave. Your breath is also not yours. breath that you're breathing is also not yours. So appreciate all the things which you think are yours are actually not yours to begin with. Appreciate that they are here, but they are not yours. Your body is not yours. Your mind is not yours. Your breath is not yours. It has been gifted to you by nature, by the universe. Gift from life, a gift from the energy of life called Om. Energy of life that is called Omkar, the oneness, the universal force, the divine. The deeper you go within yourself, the deeper you go within, just realize that your thoughts are also not yours. All these thoughts in your head are not yours. The minute you get aware of this, they will trouble you less. Thoughts are not yours. Just as your body has been given to you, just as the breath has been gifted to you, so the thoughts are also appearing and disappearing. You are aware of the thoughts, but the thoughts are not yours. When you realize that your body is not yours, it's a gift. When your breath is not yours, it's a gift. When your mind is not yours, it's a gift. When everything which you thought was yours, your possessions, your names, your designations, these are all gifts. All that is left is a conscious presence within you, which your mind has labeled, I am, me, the feeling of being awake in my own mind. Even that presence, consciousness, awareness, even that is not yours. It is also just there, not something you have created, not something which you can switch on or off, not something which you can remove. Just as your breath is involuntary, so is your consciousness. It is also involuntary. It is there, whether you notice it or not, whether you like it or dislike it, it is there. When you realize that nothing is yours, not your body, not your breath, not your thoughts, not your possessions, not the awareness, when you realize, when the mind becomes aware, that nothing belongs to it, when you realize that you don't owe anything, when you realize, then you will become aware that nothing belongs to you, nothing is truly yours, nothing can be called me, myself, or I am. And yet all these things are present. We can only surrender all this to that, to what has created them, which we call the universal energy, the Omkar, Paramatma, Parabrahm, Supreme, or oneness. The only mantra which we have been chanting throughout our life is me, mine, myself. I am. And now, let us change that daily repetition of I am. Let us understand that nothing is I am. Everything is you. This body is you. This mind is you. This breath is you. And this awareness within me is only you. The only mantra left now is everything is you. This is you. This mind is you. This feeling of me is not me. This feeling of me is really also you. Surrender, my dear friends, this feeling of me. Give up ownership to the body. Give up ownership to your problems, of your attachments, ownership towards your sense of self, the me, and I am, and realize everything is one. Let us lovingly give up and surrender all that which was never ours in the first instance. This is all your grace. This is your grace. Grace of that one spirit, one consciousness, the Paramatma, the Brahma, the universe, the oneness. your awareness to your breath. Notice the quality of your inner space, the peace, the freedom. It is neither happy nor sad. It is present. It is constant. It is blissful. Sat Chit Anand. Let us allow this feeling to continue the entire day. And let us use any mantra to reduce the feeling of I am and feel that everything is oneness, nothing is I am. Still any thoughts are troubling you, gently bring your awareness back at your nostrils and follow your incoming and outgoing breathing. Continue to follow your breath as you breathe in from the beginning to the middle to the end of the inhalation. Notice the pause which it takes before it turns towards its return journey. your identity. Just let go of all resistance as you raise your vibration and become pure consciousness. Now, my dear friends, it's time to become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere and no time. Be aware of this endless, vast field. Where we have come. Surrender any aspect of your limited self to join the greater self and lose yourself to nothing, to become everything. We are all a part of the same consciousness. We are specks from the same intelligence. which is indestructible, which is uniform, which is unborn. Does not have a face. उसका कोई रूप नहीं है. Does not have a form. उसका आकार नहीं है. It is indestructible, अविनाश. It is unborn, Ajuni. We have all come from the same speck of light, which is unseen, unaffected, full of unconditional love, which is beyond shape and form, beyond time and space. Feel this inner transformation. Feel your connection to the source energy and create your own reality. Just trust and surrender. My dear friend, everything is a part of the divine plan. हुक्म में अंदर सब कुछ, बाहर हुक्म न कोई. Everything is within you. Nothing is outside of you. Your source is the ultimate resource, and you can create your own reality. Connect your own source to the source within. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Just be with your breath. everything has come from the same source of light. And my dear friends, who is good and who is bad? If we are the sparks of the same consciousness, then who is good and who is bad? Drop all the judgments and feel the oneness of all beings, as we are all connected through the same divine consciousness. As you feel your connection to the source energy, feel immense love, immense joy, and immense gratitude. As you lose the separation, feel the oneness and interconnectedness of all beings. Feel the appreciation for the existence of life. Feel your gratitude towards the Mother Earth. Feel your love and compassion for all beings, minerals, plants, insects, animals, trees, and the entire human race. May all beings be happy. May all my thoughts, words, and action contribute to happiness of all beings. Let there be peace all around. And now, my dear friends, very slowly, very, very slowly, let us bring our awareness back to a new heart, to a new body, and a whole new world. Whenever you're ready, with this feeling of oneness in your heart, feeling the presence of the Paramatma inside you, feeling the feeling of the Brahm all around you. Whenever you're ready, let us come back to our physical reality. Be aware of the room where you're sitting. With your eyes closed, send this love and compassion to any human being who's already there in the room. If there's no one, there are still billions of creatures that you are not seeing, that you cannot see. Send your love to them. Be aware of the furniture in the room where you're sitting. Your furniture also has some consciousness. Send this love to all your family members, your friends, your colleagues, to each and everyone who is here in this group. Do not look at the number. We are not separate identities. We are all one. Become aware of your arms, your legs. And very slowly, rub your palms and place them on your lovely eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let us come back with a big smile on your face. Open your eyes. Yes. Are we all back? Take your time. If you want to stay quiet, you can totally do that. If you want to lie down, you can lie down. And you can continue to hear the rest with your eyes closed. But if you still want to share something, just raise your hands. You're most welcome. Ravleen, you've written a long message. I wish it was for everybody and not a DM. We are all one, right? Anyway, thank you for joining. Yeah. We feel the separateness because we have a lot of fear. Yeah, quite rightly said. So that is what this journey is all about. Yes. Anybody else? See, I want to hear how you feel also. Because I feel very nice having you with me. My deepest gratitude to each one of you for getting up early in the morning. As last week we were discussing, when something more rewarding is there, only then you give up the previous thing. We get up because we know we are going to get something more rewarding. Any sharing? Jagdish sir, you were also in deep meditation. Anything you would like to add?
Like you said, you see, we can talk about oneness, but it's very difficult to actually
Feel it.
experience it.
Yes.
So there's a little experiment if you want to. You can try this. Uh, if you have a window, or preferably a ventilator in your house facing the skies, please do this little thing. If you want, you can stretch your arms. Otherwise, just stare it. Just pierce through the sky, through the ventilator, just through the sky. Do it for a few minutes and find out what you feel. I'll leave it to you. I won't tell you how you feel it, and let me know how you feel it.
Yes, so
Then
everybody's got a homework, and as you're
just
going
do
to,
that and see how it will be, right?
yes,
And as Anil said, a neuroscientist who talks about consciousness, who's doing a lot of it, he says, we have built a beautiful house, okay, with very strong walls. And these walls are made of psyche, our psyche. And that's why we inside. And this psyche is made of our memories, our fears, and our prejudices. You break this wall, then you see the real sunshine out there. That is one. Thank you.
yes, sir. Thank you so much for that. That's exactly the plan. But as you said, it is not all that easy. That is
Yes.
why we have to continue on this journey. Oneness is not a one-day concept. And I think it is much beyond all the theoretical knowledge which we get from all the various books of the world. That's good to be aware. But I think even if we don't understand any of the other concepts and we just understand and start feeling this concept of oneness, our journey is complete. I mean, I think that is enlightenment, once we get that feeling, and at least we get conscious, before hurting someone, before saying say anything to somebody else, If even for a fraction of a second, we remember that story I told you, the dog and the poor man and the king. The dog is feeding, God is feeding God, and God is laughing. So if we start seeing God in everything around us, we'll become little more conscious at least. So it will reduce, that I-ness, and that's not going to go away from our life. I'm not saying it's going to totally get eradicated. That's not possible because we are living here. But yes, definitely you'll become little more conscious, and the incidents where that I am comes up might reduce a little. So with that, yeah, anyone else has something to say? So many of you are there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This Zoom user is a mystery. I again request you to change into your name. That will be good, though we are all one. But yes, it'll be good if we, know each other. As it is, you people don't switch on your cameras. So though I know most of you, but then it'll be good, if we switch on the cameras. But chalo, it will take time. Okay, so I'll pause here for a second.